Welcome to another episode of OmenG's Stupid Scary Stories. You're wondering what it is I have just popped in my mouth, don't you? It's a piece of candy. Special candy. Supposedly. We'll find out what happens. If anything happens at all. I'm doubtful that anything's going to happen, but we'll see, right? As I'm telling my story, if any weird things start happening, I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at it, but I'm just, like I said, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical. And I know what you're saying, people. How can someone like yourself, who's seen aliens, has a demon in a fucking old, ancient fucking wine bottle, ghosts, parallel dimensions, time travel, shrinking oneself to fight mice, talking animals, bugs. Like, how could I be skeptical of anything? Well, I am skeptical, okay? I'm skeptical. And advertise, usually not what is advertised. It's always less than. Less than! Shit. It's like gambling. You know what I'm saying? You might win that jackpot, but most often you won't. So, you're not getting what you're paying for. You're paying for the jackpot. And you're paying for it all right. In another way entirely. You're paying for someone else to enjoy that money at some point when they come in there and just like put in one quarter. And you're sitting there having done like, let's just be liberal. In fact, no, let's be conservative. You've done like $200, right? Like $200. You've dumped into this shit. Dumped into it. $200. Right? $200. You're not happy about this at all. At all. You're fucking ordering drinks. Which is why you've spent so much money in the first place. Because your ass is drunk. And you don't realize that it's about time for you to stop. You know what I'm saying? It's time to stop. It's time to stop. It's not maybe time to stop. It's time to stop right now at that point in time when it's that time to stop. And you don't stop because you've been drinking that, right? And then this person comes in, right? This person comes in, sits down next to you, orders a seltzer water, right? Fucking tonic or some dumb shit like that. Clamato. Just some dumb shit. And you're like listening to this. You're fucking whatever. And you see them talking about I'm going to put in a quarter. Yeah, a lucky quarter. You're like, lucky quarters? No luck involved in this shit, you moron. And they put their quarter in there, right? They put their quarter in there. And they hit the fucking jackpot with one fucking quarter. And you're mad. You're mad as fuck. I would be fucking furious. Furious. What the fuck, son of a bitch? Give me my $200. Give me my $200 because, $200 of that is mine. Because I've been sitting here for like the past 2 hours trying to get that fucking jackpot. And I didn't get it. So, yeah, you owe me $200. And you're not going to get it. You might get slapped. Pow! Get the fuck out of here. Trying to take my jackpot. Anyway, folks, beyond that, you say, how am I skeptical? Well, that's why I'm skeptical. These are claims that were made, right? That this stuff, these gummy mushrooms, are supposed to have a slightly lesser, but still intense effect on one's brain. I want to see this. Right? I want to see this. So you'll be sitting here watching, not live, Not live. Okay. I mean, I'll upload it right afterwards. In fact, it is Saturday, September 9th, 10:44 p.m. Right? So listen. I don't be trusting that shit. Because they be saying all types of shit. They're not going to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to tell you the truth. Why would they do that? It's not in their best interest to have your interest at heart. That makes no sense. I mean, although it does make sense, it makes no sense to them. Which is stupid. You know, they're like blood-sucking leeches, right? They latch on to a community. They say, oh, look, these people work. You know, we'll build a store right here, real close to their neighborhood. Make it convenient. Put everything they need in one place. You know. Which we kind of already had for superstores and department stores. We had shopping plazas, which usually had all the things that you needed in one location. Maybe two or three, but relatively close to one another. So they had their own separate doors. I kind of liked going to the grocery store, and it was just groceries, you know, like food. Nothing but food, just food stuff. Made sense to me. And there was more variety of food, right? Go to a clothing place. Just clothes. No like auto supplies and shit like that. Just clothes. No food either. Just clothes. Maybe some candy at the registers. But beyond that, fucking clothes. Shoe place? Shoes. Maybe some shoes at the clothing place. Perhaps. Maybe. But beyond that, just a place that sells shoes. Right? And it would all be in one plaza. So you could go to this one plaza. And so, yeah, you had to go out to your car and maybe put your bag of clothing and shoes in the car before you went to what other store was there. But, you know, me as a kid, I enjoyed that experience. I enjoyed it. It reminds me of this time that, you know, happened. And I didn't really tell anybody about this. You know, I kept it quiet because I thought people would think that I was crazy, right? They would think that I was crazy. And no one will believe this. And you're probably not going to believe this now. But I'm going to tell you anyway, right? There was this one time that I was like, into this store. I don't remember exactly what the name of the store was. I think it was Sears. Yeah, it was Sears, right? So, this plaza, right? There was a Sears, a Service Merchandise, a Tom McCann, some kind of a package store, a cordial shop, a Radio Shack, and some other place. We never really went there, so I don't remember what it was. But anyway, right? And then right around the corner from that was the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you had everything you needed in these two locations. And then directly across the street from that was Bradley's. Right? For those of you who don't know what Bradley's is, because it doesn't exist, it was a store like Walmart, except not Walmart. I guess it would most closely resemble like TJ Maxx or Kohl's or maybe even Old Navy, right? You know, they had clothing like Bugle Boy and Oshkosh bagosh. But that's not the point. The point is, right, I was at one of these stores, like Bradley's or whatever. As a kid, we used to run around and shit. And one of the fun things to do was to hide in the racks of clothes. They used to have these 12, they were tall to us at the time when we were kids. You know, we were like 3 feet tall, 4 feet tall. We were short, little fucking kids. Playing around like dumbasses and shit. You know, go to the toy section and grab like some toy guns or swords or whatever. And so this particular day, it was a rainy day. I remember it was stormy and shit. I didn't really want to go outside because I was afraid of thunderstorms, you know what I'm saying? Thunder and lightning scared the shit out of me. I didn't like it at all. But I got in the car and we went to the store. I think we went to the mall first. And the mall was okay, you know, because the stores to me were like not as big. They were big, but not as big, and it was different. But either way, we went to the mall. And I think we got something to eat real quick. I'm like, oh, fuck all this. I want to go, to the stores and shit. So we went to the store. We walked into the store, right? And like I said, we ran to the toy section. We got some toy guns or some shit. We're like running around, shooting each other, and blah, 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 blah. So, we used to hide in the racks of clothes. And the circular ones that go all the way around were the best ones. Because, that was like a little fortress and shit. You go in there and hide and nobody would see you, right? You scare the shit out of other people that would be walking around the store, like other adults or other kids. Usually kids, if there were kids. But if there were no kids, you scare the adults. So this particular day, I was hiding inside of this fucking, rack of clothes, waiting for a suspected victim to come through. And nobody came through. And I was getting mad about this. I was getting mad, right? I was not aware of what had happened when I went into this fucking rack of clothes. Apparently, unbeknownst to me, I walked through a portal of sorts. That's right, interdimensional portal at the young tender age of 7 years old. Now I had no clue whatsoever that there was any such thing as fucking portals. I don't even think at 7 years old I was even thinking about goddamn portals or interdimensional travel and shit. Wasn't even a thought of my little tiny puny brain. Just running around toy guns shooting at each other was enough for me. Matchbox, Hot Wheels, Tyco, Tonka, He-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles later on. No, not when I was like 7 and 8. But that's not the point. The point is this. Boom. Interdimensional portal I found myself in, transported to another world I was. Craziness like none ever known before to me at that young tender age. I didn't know what to fucking do. I just stood there. Like, I'm thinking to myself, maybe I got hit in the head with something. And this is what it looks like when you get knocked out. Maybe they mean knocked out of your mind into some other world. This is what I'm thinking, because this shit was fucking crazy. The colors made no sense. You know what I'm saying? No sense did the colors make. I was perplexed. I didn't know what to do. Started crying like a baby. 7-year-old kid. Crying. Tears. Sadness. And panic. I didn't know where to go. There was no direction that seemed to make any sense to me. And the clothing rack was completely gone. It was like it just vanished from existence. So it's not like I could find a safe place to go. And then I looked down at my hands, and the little fake toy gun that I had wasn't fake anymore. And you know how I know? Because I, out of just a knee-jerk reaction, saw something kind of like scurry off past me. And I squeezed the trigger, and a fucking bolt of energy shot out of that shit and vaporized whatever the fuck it was. And I don't know what it was. I would later find out what it was before I shot it, but I didn't see any more of them in whatever their normal state is. At least not to my knowledge. But that's not the fucking point, people. Goddamn, worry about shit that got shot. Let's worry about what the fuck's gonna happen to me. 7, 8-year-old trapped dimension beyond any known dimension and knowledge of his brain. Could you imagine the terror I was going through? No, you can't imagine the terror I was going through. You have no fucking idea the terror that I was going through. Sad. I felt bad for about like 2 or 3 minutes because I killed something, you know, screamed a little bit before it like disappeared from existence. Ah! Right? You know, that's what I heard. That's why I felt so bad. But I would quickly learn to feel bad for any life forms within this dimension. The portal rift that I had found was pointless. You're thinking to yourself, oh, why don't you just, you know, see if you could try to find some help. I did, you know, eventually start walking away from this blank area that I was in. No structures, no details, no features, just flatness, right? Beautiful colors, Technicolor type shit, melding into one another, melting and blending and refracting light in crazy odd ways. I thought I was on whatever would make a 7-year-old do that. Like, you know, maybe you spin around too much or some shit like that, have too much fun. You know, it's the smell of new coats. That's what it was. In my little brain, that's what I'm thinking, right? You know, 'cause this is the only way it can be explained. I must be injured, dying. This is hell for a poor child who don't know who he is. But like I said, started walking this blank land. Came across some structures. They look like little huts, you know, little huts. I was like, yes, something that looks somewhat like I know. Run to this house, I will. And I did. Hut. Knocked on the door. Help me, please. Right? That's what I'm yelling and screaming, crying, door, waiting for something to answer. And something did answer. Came out. Of course, didn't speak English. And noises, gestures that it was making. 7, 8 years old, once again, I panicked, knee-jerk reaction, pulled the trigger again. This time, several bolts of this charged energy shot forth from the barrel of this, what I used to think was fake gun, frying this poor character in front of me savagely. The first bolt of energy sliced his hand from his fucking arm. He made some weird guttural noise, right? And that's when the second bolt of energy ripped a big chunk out of his leg. Just ripped it right out, almost perfectly without leaving any jagged edges. It was smooth, bloody, gushing, splashed all over the place in blue blood. It didn't look as bad to me because it was blue, so I almost enjoyed watching it happen, because when the second one blew his leg and blood splattered, third one caught him right in his neck, sploosh, and this spray of blue shot out like a rainbow in the sky. This made me happy for moments, and in those moments that I was happy, I pulled the trigger some more. Bolts of energies splashing his blue iridescent blood all over everything. It was beautiful for a moment. Then I realized I just killed this creature essentially on his fucking front porch for no reason. Wow. 7 years old, and I'm murdering people things, whatever they are, creatures, in their fucking homes. It's not enough to essentially shoot an innocent creature minding its own business, walking outside in this blank, barren, fucking desolate place. No, I go knocking on something's door for help. It comes out, presumably to help me. And I fucking shoot the shit out of it, and then enjoy doing so. Terrible. At this point, it became sort of like, you know, a Nintendo game to me. And I'm this character in this world. I have to find my way back to the save point so I can, you know, turn off this game and get out. Go back to regular life. That's what my, like, 7-year-old brain has processed at this point. Must destroy things. So I basically start going to these little shacks, like kicking down their doors and just like laser blasting them all. And I don't even feel bad about it, you know? I don't feel bad about it because they're not human. They don't even look close to human. You know what I'm saying? They have body parts and shit like arms and legs and neck, chest, head, legs. I said legs already. I said it twice now. But feet, you know, hands, fingers, toes. But they're just not human looking. You know, you don't look at them and say, oh, I think you are some type of human creature cross. No, not human. Just creatures. Which is why I didn't feel bad killing them at all. You know, I was murdering things that seemed as if they may potentially be in what one would consider a crib. I don't know if it was a crib or a cage. Could have been a cage. Like I said, I don't know what these things were. Could have been a cage. It didn't have to be a crib. Although they were like baby-looking toys and things scattered about. I still don't know what they were. And I stand by that. I stand by it. Anyway, murdering these things I am by the fucking dozens continuously throughout I don't know how long I did this for. So I heard my mom's voice calling me, Arise, Arise. I start running towards the sound of her voice, not voice, whatever the fuck that even means. Voice. Like, potentially was having a I'm just joking. I heard my mother calling me, right? I heard her calling me. Thank God. I ran towards the sound of her voice. Towards. What is with these R's not wanting to come out properly? No, I'm not gonna fucking edit this. I'm not doing any of that shit, okay? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You all know how it works. It works like this. I tell the stories, and then I upload them. That's how it works. I don't want to edit them. I don't want fancy backgrounds or any cuts or any of that shit. No graphics, no effects. Let your mind take you there, okay? Let your mind take you there. That's what you're supposed to do. You hear storytellers, you're supposed to sit there and shut the fuck up like I tell Jenny all the time and just listen to the story. And if you're listening, the words will transport you into a realm of whatever the fuck it is the storyteller is telling you a story about at the fucking time. Fuck, shut the fuck up, fucking listen. But like I said, ran towards the sound of my mom's voice. Came running right out this coat rack. Looking around, see my mom, run up to her and shit, give her a big ass fucking hug. Of course, she's like looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. You know, him giving me a hug. What does he want? What did he do? She said, what are you doing? I was hiding in the clothes, Mom. I know you told me not to do that. I shouldn't do that. Okay. Come on, we're going to check out. Let's go. This is the first time I've spoken of this massacre that I was part of in this dimension since it happened. Alright, so now you all know something about me. That's why I worry sometimes about things that maybe chasing me across this fucking plane of existence. I never know where they're coming from, what they may have planned. No. I want some ice cream, and I'm gonna get some ice cream. Chocolate ice cream with vanilla swirl. No, not vanilla swirl. Marshmallow swirl. Hey, anybody out there that makes ice cream, or knows anybody who owns a company that makes ice cream, or owns a company that makes ice cream, could you guys make s'mores ice cream? And here's how you do it, okay? I don't mean like throw a whole bunch of fucking stupid ass shit in it and call it fucking s'mores ice cream. No, don't do that. Don't do that at all. This is how you do it, right? You have some chocolate ice cream. Not super, super, super dark chocolate ice cream. Like a nice chocolate ice cream. A little bit of fudge layer, you know, like a Haagen-Dazs or what's that other guy name? You know, make it layers of stuff inside the ice cream. The ice cream itself must be a nice, rich milk chocolate, layered with some chocolate fudge. Just a splash of marshmallow in there. Splash of it. Not a whole lot. Right? Okay? Some graham cracker. Like you know you have in the strawberry cheesecake. You do that with the you know, s'mores ice cream. Right? Peanuts and caramel. Throw some in there. Just for good measure. You know, just for good measure. Delicious. You know, that's what they should do, just make a s'mores with a Snicker bar, right? In fact, fuck s'mores. Fuck s'mores. Fuck s'mores. I want Snickers ice cream, except not Snicker bar pieces in the ice cream. I want chocolate ice cream, caramel ice cream, with fudge and caramel swirled, with chopped nuts. Okay, and nougat. That would be such a fucking delicious goddamn milkshake. But yeah, left that store. And ever since then, never let my kids run into the racks of clothes. They used to always be like, you know, what the fuck, Dad? Because I, like, snatched the shit out of them. See, I'm about to run into, like, rack clothes. I'm like, oh! What are you doing? Why? You don't do that. You don't do that. Right? You know, because I know. You never know which one of them could potentially lead your child to a portal that he may not get out of. Vicious creatures and beings. Unimaginable. I want to thank you all for joining me for another episode of OmenG's Scary Stories, number 96? 7? Maybe it's 8. I don't know. Either way, thank you. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful fucking evening. Or morning. Evening. Evening? Yes, evening. I know it's evening. I'm just joking with you. And, you know, stay tuned because there are some things that are going to be happening. You know, changes. Life moving fast. It is. Take care of yourselves.